3 Railway Engines, the first ever book in the Railway series, and the reason Thomas the Tank Engine exists today. The Railway series holds a lot of good memories for me personally, as my dad would read me stories from the big Wilbert Awdry book when I was a kid. Of course, being the first book, 3 Railway Engines was adapted into episodes for the television show when it began full production in 1983. The episodes in the show are all in the same order as the stories in the book, and they tell of how Edward, Henry, and Gordon all became friends. So what would that look like as a Tomy train set? Well, to me, it would have looked something like this. The set itself is pretty simple. 2 loops with a station, 2 tunnels, a hill and bridge, and a roundhouse. Originally, the plan was to have the switchyard connect to the turntable and act as a 3-berth tin with sheds. However, I also wanted to include a yard for Edward to shunt in, as he does in Edward and Gordon. Since I don't have a second switchyard switch yet, I just tacked the sheds straight onto the turntable and added 2 more to complete it. Henry's tunnel was also an interesting dilemma. You have to have enough space between the lines for 2 tunnels to work. I fitted a parallel turnout siding after Wellsworth and worked on the upper side of the set to connect back. When it came time to connect Gordon's hill, I found using a female quarter straight and a male adapter allowed the slope curve A-rails to fit. Wellsworth Station was easy, and the switchyard ended up filling the center space nicely. Some trees, signals, and a signal box bring life to the set, and that's it for the layout. Obviously, I included Gordon, Henry, and Edward. I decided to go wild with the rolling stock though. This would have been a commemorative set anyways, so some value was worth adding. 2 green express coaches for Edward and Henry to pull, 2 troublesome trucks, a troublesome van, 2 milk and 2 tar tankers, and a brake van for Edward and Gordon, and some shots in the sad story of Henry. Definitely more than your average amount, with each engine able to pull at least 3 cars each. Of course, this set would come with the original book, and a special 3 Railway Engines DVD, featuring Edward and Gordon, the sad story of Henry, and Edward, Gordon, and Henry. However, these masters would be special, with the titles reading the original Railway series story titles regardless of the dub, just like the book included. So there you go, the 3 Railway Engines set. If I'm being honest, I like this concept better than doing each episode individually, because let's be frank, who wants an episode based solely on the sad story of Henry? The entire episode takes place in the tunnel and nowhere else. But combine it with Edward and Gordon, and Edward, Gordon, and Henry, and you get something more worthwhile. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't be a stinker, and have a great day.